Guys, there is a reason you feel like you are stuck in a drain pipe, and no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try and scurry out, you're not getting out and you never feel good because you're chasing something and you don't even know what it is. So you can't even satisfy yourself if you were to even ever achieve it. But we all know that results don't happen by accident. You have to know exactly where you're going, why you're going there, and then be intentional and persistent every day. Now, I don't doubt that some of you are being persistent every day, but you're being persistent at random things and you don't know where that's going to take you. You need to know the exact place you want to be. And the only way to be fulfilled is growth and success. But you need to get very clear, first of all, on your definition of success, because right now you're just in all this chaotic mindset because you've seen that someone said they earn 10 grand a month, and then someone said they earn 50 grand a month, and someone said they earn 200 grand a month. And now when you're asked what's success, you're like, 10 grand a month. You don't even know what 10 grand a month is. You wouldn't even know how to achieve that. You wouldn't even know what does 10 grand a month even get you. You're just saying things because you're not using your mind. You're just soaking and running. So in this video, I'm going to get you very clear on what you actually need, like genuinely, and what is success to you. So the first thing we're going to cover here, part one, what even is success? Now there are literally 5 pillars you need to be very clear on, and then every day from here on out after today, you can attack every single day with a definitive amount of persistence and action and intensity at achieving these 5 things. Every time you come to a decision, will it move me closer to these 5 things that I desire? Yes or no? Yes, go with it. No, no. So does that mean that when your mate says, come on, let's jump on Fortnite, you jump on? No, it means fuck off, you're a loser, and I'm gonna be doing my mission. Unless your definition of success is be #1 Fortnite player. In that case, you're an actual simp. You should probably turn off right now. So physically, the first thing, physically, what is success to you physically? Who are you? Exactly who do you need to become? What's your physique looking like? How much muscle mass? What sort of aesthetics? Are you going to be a little soft, love-handled, little flubby, tubby, bitch-ass, estrogenic fag? Or are you going to be an absolute savage, look like an absolute athlete, low body fat, 8%, 10%, solid muscle mass? Are you going to be 90 kg? Are you going to be 105 kg? How much tissue are you going to have in your fucking delts in your chest? You need to know this, because guess what? You won't achieve that without wanting it and knowing that's your definition of success before. And I guarantee you right now, you are not your definition of success, and you have to get very clear on what it is so you can then put the inputs in to get the outputs. So the physique, even stuff like skincare, hair, style, presence. I can tell you now, guys, I used to be a skinny, fat, little acne-filled face dweeb. I've had a picture for a long time on the exact aesthetic with my physique I want to create, even when it comes to skin. Not like makeup and all this stupid stuff like girls have, but I knew I'd been looking for a better outcome that would fall under my success umbrella, and I'm hunting that down every single day. So that impacts food choices I make. It impacts how much hydration I have. Hair. I made all sorts of mistakes with my hair down the line. Style. What I wear. Do I wear nice stuff and Loro Piana? And I'm intentional. I knew exactly what my definition would look like. And presence. When you walk in a room, your physical and mental aura that is given off from you. Mentally fulfilled. Right now, you're probably not feeling that fulfilled. Everyone tries to tell them that they're comfortable and content before they are, but they know that's not authentic, because authenticity is becoming the best version of yourself. And until you are that, you can't be fulfilled. And you should always be chasing fulfillment till the day you die. So you should be as close to fulfillment as possible. You want to be bulletproof from a mindset perspective, for example. You want to have self-respect. You want to be respected by others. You want to have clarity in exactly where you're going and exactly what you need to do. If you feel brain fogged and you feel in a fumble, it's probably because you don't even have a definitive goal yet. It's very easy to tell when someone doesn't have a definitive goal. And if you are one of those people, you need to fix it quick, because people with definitive goals, you're like a rat to them people. Like, people with definitive goals, if they smell in half a second that you're not chasing a goal, no matter what it is, they do not want you in their circle. You are mold to them. So get a goal and then be very clear on what you need to do. How do you do that? You just expose yourself to people who are already living your definition of success. You want to feel aligned. You want to feel authentic. Spiritually, impact. You want to impact others. Maybe that be your clients, maybe that be greater. If you use social media in your work and you want to impact a generation, impact a community, serving others, a cause greater than yourself. You will stop turning up if it's all just for you. Now, can you get to a certain level of success if it's just for you? Yeah, I believe so. I would say I got to, in my personal training, my first self-employed job, I would say I got to 10 grand a month, 12 grand a month for me. I loved the industry though, so it was still a combination of serving others. But from like me getting out of my job, it was a case of, yeah, it was for me. I was in a danger zone. I had to create something for myself. After that, I'm just pursuing a much bigger mission than myself. Once I earned 12 grand a month, probably 4 or 5 years ago, everything's a much bigger picture. If like, what else do I really need intrinsically, right? I've got it all. You know, like, for example, this is my office. I've got a fucking jacuzzi on the back of my office. What else do I need? I don't show up every day, guys, for me, right? I've got a network, I've got women, I've got property, I've got travel, I've got freedom. If you want to go to crazy levels of success, it needs to be much bigger than you. Otherwise, it's shown, you know, the people that don't make content, the people that don't show up, it's because they don't care about anything other than themselves, okay? Pleasing God. This is something that I've connected with massively over, I would say I've always known it's been that, in all honesty. And I've always had that internal dialogue. But I do believe your conscience, the guide inside you, the thing that you're hearing all the time, I believe that's the authentic voice of God in terms of becoming who you need to be and actually listening to that. And I want to please my conscience. I want to please that authentic voice of God. So when my conscience tells me to level up, when my conscience tells me to do something for much bigger than myself and impact people, when my conscience tells me to get in elite shape to inspire other people to do the same, when my conscience says, take your life to a whole new level to again inspire other people to do it too and escape that system of mediocrity, I'm pleasing God. I'm pleasing my conscience. And again, that's all part of my definition of success. If I'm not pleasing that, I'm missing. On top of that, financially, you don't want to ever look in the bank account. This is going to be different for everybody, but I know for a lot of people, they just don't want to look in the bank account. I know I like the day I could just go into pretty much any shop on the planet. Not like Bugatti shops, but like, I wouldn't call it a shop, but if you go in any luxury mall, you walk into a store and you go, I want that. If you want it, really want it, I don't look at the price, I just take it. I never look at prices, I just take it. You know, I went into, just before I came out to Bali a couple of weeks ago, I was in a beach club and I was taking a few people out for the day, and they were like, which table would you like, sir? And there was the one in the corner and it was $9,000, and they were like, that's minimum spend $9,000. And I was like, I said I'll take it. Like, don't try, you know, like when you hear a price, if you go back on yourself, that's saying you're not worth it. So you need to become financially capable to be able to get what you want. And you know, I'm not again, I wouldn't have done that if I weren't really with clients. I don't take pleasure from that. I take pleasure from taking that and allowing other people to experience that. That's why I did it. But for me, I know a big one is investing in myself with my own mentors. I've got a billionaire mentor, or many mentors. And, I just want to be able to get access to the people who have the knowledge and the mindset and the paradigm and the blueprints that I need to 100x and guarantee that I get to where I want to get to. If not, you're very unlikely to ever get where you want to go and waste a lot of years in the process. Provide for family. I know that's a big goal of mine. My future family and my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, her family. I know that as I move forward, I want to be a brick for that. And that's where I need to be financially. Then lifestyle design. I've always said I want to have, money isn't what you want, it's freedom. And that could be freedom with money, but it can also be location freedom. If you're tied to go to a job, I was following a good path, guys, back in the day. I was following, what society said was great, a top-end engineering job. I was even a golfer and was looking to pursue that route. And you travel, but you don't have freedom. As an athlete, you don't have freedom. You are just a well-paid employee. And yeah, there was no guarantees I would have made it in that anyway. It's a tough game, but I am 100% certain in myself that if I committed myself to that and truly intrinsically wanted it, I would have taken that route. I would have taken whatever route I took. That's just who I am. That's how I operate. But intrinsically, I knew location freedom was something for me. If I want to work from St. Lucia this morning, I'll work from St. Lucia. If I want to work from Bali, if I want to work from Courchevel, if I want to work from London, if I want to work from Dubai, from Miami, I will be there today and I will work from there. I don't have lifestyle design unless that's how I am, okay? So that's huge. Tropical weather. I need tropical weather. I like island life. I like palm trees. Luxury property. I always want to be in a luxury property. It shows your self-worth. I'm downstairs in my office and it's a pretty nice office if we look at it. So that's the main thing, guys. Nice gyms. I've got 12 gyms within a couple of miles, all luxury gyms. The best food. I either have chefs or I have organic food prep delivered to my door every day, the highest quality. If I go out for a meal, I only go to the highest end places. Cars, chauffeur driver, network, relationships. It's all in my definition of success. And now this is just a vague overview to give you guys some prompts, but success isn't, I left my 9 to 5. No, it's not. You're going to be confused. You're going to be a confused little chicken for the rest of your life if it's so fucking vague. Don't be vague. You need to be able to draw exactly who you want to become. I mean, draw him. I need every detail, every striation, every piece of hair. Mentally, you need to know exactly who you need to become. And if you think you're going to become the guy physically, without training hard, without investing in yourself, without knowledge, without blueprints, without the training, without the macros, without intention in a routine, if you think you're going to build a mindset without hard times, without taking risks, without pushing through when others don't, learn to take pleasure when everyone else is going to quit. I love pain. You will become what society would deem as psychopathic. That's how you need to be. When others are going to quit, fall in love with that, and then you will just start binge loving these hard times, and that's what turns you into that absolute savage. You can't build a soldier without a war. You can't have a 500 sniper kill shot streak unless you've been to war and you've had 500 people trying to shoot you back, right? That's how it works spiritually. And this is going to come from a lot of time spent alone. It's going to come from a lot of time working hard. And for me, a lot of this, it took me a while to really figure out my niche. I started off in personal training and then I went to elite photo shoot prep. I still knew something weren't quite 100% there. And, over the years, I've really come to the point where I know my authenticity is I'm a business guy who loves to operate like an athlete. So I want to help people become the athlete, the high performer, operate from the highest frequency so that they then become the man that's capable of achieving the goal. So it's much more beyond physique coaching. We take clients into elite physiques, But on top of that, it's the mindset, it's the career performance. And then obviously we've got my elite business, not just my elite fitness program. And in the elite business, we are helping guys build and scale coaching businesses, consultancy businesses, agency business. I'm a service-based business guy. I'm a people guy. I love working with people, transferring services online. So I take guys in for that now, and we actually had a client. He went from $6K dollars in 26 days to $40K dollars in my elite business. Now that is spiritually aligning, serving others. Now the life I know this guy can now live off the back of it, and the feeling he can then get from helping people with his agent is crazy. Right, I am just right now on my mission to do all of them. I've got my lifestyle design set up for the freedom, tropical weather, island life, property, gyms, food, all of this stuff. But at the same time, all in on the physical side. My routine is built around building the physical side. It's built around building the mental side, working hard, reading, working with coaches and mentors, spiritually, being in an environment, working with people, helping them win, pleasing God, showing up every single day financially. Obviously, the more impactful you are on the planet, the more gain you've given to other people, you're going to be paid in return. Money is just value, so the more value you've given, you're going to have a lot more value stacked in the bank account. That just happens. Okay, so you need to get very clear on this. What is your definition of success? Now, once you've done that, this is just part one. We need to close the gap. So you want to have that definition of success physically, mentally. Then you're going to have the finance side, the spiritual side, the lifestyle design side. You need this clearly systemized bullet point. If you want to draw it, draw it. If you want to use AI, use AI. But have this systemized. I would even have a wallpaper, guys, which is up all the bullet points of exactly who you're going to become. A drawing of it, and then listen to yourself speaking it every day. Needs to be that ingrained in your mind. Only once it's that ingrained in your mind do you build point two, desire and emotional connection. It's all right saying, yeah, that's who I want to be. And then you just stop looking at it and you stop looking deep and feeling it and acting it, right? You have to build such an emotional connection that you already feel like you're it. You're feeling the feelings of having it already. Ties into the third point, intention. Now, a lot of people build desire and they say, I want this, yeah, I really like that, that would feel good, but nothing happens. And that's where you have to build the intention muscle. And the intention, what is intentional at root? Intention at root is the internal want for the execution of the process, not just the outcome of the goal. So desire is I want the goal, whereas intention is I want to do the actions to get the goal. Intention is what we need in order to get the outcome. So when I'm sat at this desk and I just get this urge inside of me, go smash 45-minute HIIT workout and get a sweat on, that comes from intentional feelings, but that only comes from desire and emotional connection in the first place, and clarity from repetition after repetition after repetition. This isn't something you do one day, it's something you do absolutely every day, and this is your soul life mission now till the day you die. And that's the game these guys are playing. If you're not in this game competing for your definition of success, don't expect to win. It's like sat on the sidelines and Usain Bolt's running the race and you're like, oh my God, he's faster than me. Yeah, he's running, he's competing and you're not. Get in the race and compete. You need to imagine you already have the future. You need to be so clear on that picture. You already feel like you've got it. It's very easy to do something when you believe you've already got it because it's alignment. It's your thermostat. So if you're telling yourself and feeling that you are this guy who you want to become, and you're telling yourself you're this shredded guy who's got a sick mindset, who's earning 25 grand a month hypothetically and travels the world and has a fit chick and, you know, provides and gives money back to the family. Well, then when you're sat there wanking off and playing Xbox and going driving to Mackey's with your mates, you're going to be like, this isn't me. And it's because you're not telling yourself this picture enough. And you have to come back to this picture instantly. and cut off whatever you were going to do, because I don't care if it's seen as a vice or not. It's a vice if it's not aligned to this goal. Do things that get you into the frequency where your results already exist. So this is how you got to see it, guys. Your results already exist on this radio station of frequency. Right now, it already exists. Right now, you're here, and you've got to do inputs that get you to this frequency and less inputs that pull you out of it. So maybe you have some conversations with fucking idiots who put doubt and fear in your mind, and maybe it's family, maybe it's friends, maybe it's just scrolling TikTok, right? And it pulls you out of the frequency. Maybe it's chatting with your ex-girlfriend or arguing with your current one. Don't do it. Maybe it's watching Netflix, it's all a propaganda machine. Don't do it. Stay high frequency. If you optimize to just do things that keep you in the frequency, your results will become inevitable. If you think about it, guys, frequency is like this. It's vibration. So right now, I've got a bottle of water here. This bottle of water, it can already be steam. It's not going to change. It's still the same molecule. It's still H2O, but it can just turn into steam by changing its rate of vibration. Success to you is steam, and you're water right now. You've got to change how you're vibrating. This is physics, guys. This is true. This is universal law. You need to learn it and you need to master it. I've done many other videos on this. You want to go check them out. Part 3, the reality of results. Now, I said this at the very start of the video. Results don't happen by accident, and they definitely don't happen overnight. You must find those who are living as close to your definition of success as possible, learn from them, the knowledge, the blueprints, the frameworks, the paradigm, and you must be prepared to kill the current version of yourself. Kill them. Everyone stands up for themselves and says, I've got great knowledge, I've got great mindset. It's great for exactly where you are, and it's not great for anything above where you are. And that's the reality, and it's going to crush a lot of guys' egos. You got to kill it. Every day I'm trying to reinvent myself. Still authentic to my blood, but I have to kill version of me every day. Otherwise, because this version of me isn't this definition of my success. Now, I've hit a lot of my definitions of success, but there's still a ton of them I haven't. Okay? And it only grows. You only keep adding to your definition of success, and that's a good thing. You should never be content. Content and comfort is the biggest killer. So you got to be prepared to kill the current version, and then you must find those. You may have people in proximity. I know I sometimes just now I live in Dubai and Bali and travel. Like, I meet a lot of great people, and it's like downloading information. You know, these guys have been in the game 10, 20, 50 years and multimillionaires, billionaires, and you can get wisdom from these guys, which is like 50 years of downloading information that maybe you still wouldn't have found out. It's the same with reading books. Books do that for you. But mentors, when you find a mentor or a coach who is living very aligned to your definition of success, you want to chase into them and get as close to them as possible at all costs. And that's all I've done my whole life. I've got coaches in different aspects of my life and mentors. And that's what you want to do. That's why clients join myself. You know, they want to get in the best shape. They want to build their mindset. They want to have a life of freedom. And you just want to align with people. And you want it. The main thing is, guys, not just the knowledge. The knowledge is huge, but the paradigm. The people who are living it right now, who live it and breathe it today, they are the only people with the mindset to get that outcome, because they're the only ones with it. There's no such thing as a good mindset or a bad mindset. Like, you have a great mindset right now, but just for exactly what you're doing, right? It's not about good and bad. It's about you need the exact mindset of the person that has it so you can have it. Align your life mission to this goal. Move with speed every single day. Take pleasure in the pain and do whatever it takes persistently forever. This isn't a 1 week thing. This isn't a 2 week thing. This isn't a 1 year thing, and nor is it a 5 year thing. This is a forever thing, boys. And that is the only way you're going to get there. Now, it's not going to take forever to get to a lot of these things, but it's the point of life mission, right? Having things, when you reach your definition of success, you need to keep increasing it, right? You will be fulfilled in what you've achieved, but you shouldn't be content. Content and fulfilled are very different. You need to keep hunting, right? If you've got nothing to hunt, you get bored, you get depressed. But right now, guys, the reason you're depressed is because you don't even know what you're hunting. You're going out, running around fields all day with a little spear, and you're like coming back to the boss, who's your conscience, and you're like, we've got this. And he's like, no, not that, I want something else. But he's not telling you what, right? You've got to figure it out. You've got to get clear. You've got to go right back to the start. What is real success? And be clear on it and paint that picture in your mind every single day. Let's get it. Let's go, boys.